that's true. And it's actually obviously like you touch upon mostly the Bronze Age, right?
Yeah.
And I do know that the collapse of the Bronze Age is mostly due to because you did a video on it too, is due
Yeah.
to the sea people as they're referred to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So the sea peoples, they're still a mystery.
yeah,
There's a list of 9 or 10 or so of the groups uh, constructed by the Egyptians of what we today call the Sea Peoples. They were not originally called the Sea Peoples. The Egyptians just spoke of them as a foreign confederation, foreign countries or foreign lands
yeah,
that have conspired in their islands, and they destroyed the Hittites, the and the cities on the Levantine coast,
yeah,
Ugarit, and eventually they were defeated by the Egyptians. But there are indications about some of those groups, about who they were, where they came from. Some of them are still completely unknown, but significant portion of what we consider sea peoples today uh, came from the Aegean Sea area.
yeah, yeah. Because I do remember in your video you did mention like a lot of different groups of people that are theorized to be like the sea people. I do remember that. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, the chiefly, we do know that the Paliset, which the Egyptians constantly mentioned, they ended up uh, settling in the southern Canaan, in a few cities south of Judea or Israel towards the in the Gaza region. And
yeah,
we do know that they existed. We do know that they have their early pottery, their early architecture does
yeah.
resemble the Mycenaean culture. They did have
Oh, wow.
Megaron in southern Canaan, where they settled after their conflict with the Egyptians. They did build Megaron, which is feature of the Mycenaean civilization, and they did have
Yeah,
local made pottery that were basically replicas of what the Mycenaeans did at a similar time period. So there's connection there. There's also a connection between some other groups. For example, the the Shekelesh, the Sheridan, although the Sheridan is supposed they are connected to the island of Sardinia, but the bottom line is we don't really know because the Egyptians were the only ones that wrote about them. The only
yeah,
uh, groups that we do know about it are the Luca, which is Lucia or Lycia, which is mentioned by the Hittites as well. We know who they were.
yeah.
They were also present in the ancient times and in the classical period. They are no mystery, but many of the other groups are pretty much still a mystery.
Okay.